Beep boop.
That's cool, man.
There it is.
Live. You're live.
I'm doing it live. Yeah.
Look at that chat move. It's like a centipede crawling after a stick of butter.
We got sick recovering Lee here. Tim Kreitz, Backroad Moto, all the classics,
And our gracious and wonderful host, the one and only EN187. Cue the defunct sound effects.
and hopefully this stream lasts because my internet has been garbage since Friday. So if it fucking crashes, guys, I apologize. Probably won't get it back up.
You won't even bother with
This is it.
Just throwing that warning out.
Yeah. Well, we'll deal with it. Hopefully we'll have a good night, man. It just seems like the last few weeks you've tried to host this. It's just gone right down the toilet after about 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's usually when the internet takes a shit. It's all in my, it's really weird. It's like all in my upload bandwidth. Like when I was trying to stream on Friday on Twitch, like OBS has like a monitor so you can monitor your bandwidth, and the upload's just like flying all over the fucking place. So it's like extremely erratic, and that's when once it hits zero, that's when the fucking entire internet takes a shit.
Probably the dude across the street running best score videos and shit.
Probably. Figured out my Wi-Fi password. I checked literally everything I could think of. No difference.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the times, man, a lot of provider, I don't know if your provider does it or not, but my provider, Charter, has been caught doing it, where they'll say like, you know, up to 300 megabytes per second, but then you realize that you're sharing that with 4 houses on the same connection.
Oh yeah. that's cable.
Fuck that. Yeah.
Like when I first upgraded to the 150 megabit, like it was Blaze, everything was Blaze, and then all of a sudden, like a week ago, I started having all these fucking connection problems and dropping, and
oh my god,
oh my god.
No,
oh my god.
Hey. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it is so big.
You know, S Games mode.
Oh, it's going straight X Games mode.
Yeah. So what do you guys pay in insurance?
Well, I think we've determined at this point that I pay only slightly more than you do on your one Harley for all 3 of my bikes for full coverage. I think that's where we are.
God.
Yeah.
What do you high risk, Billy?
I don't know. Well, oh yeah, no. They got it's Harley, right? So they have like all this shit stacked up on top of it. Like brand new Harley. Like if you want the warranty, you have to get the full coverage for everything. Like if I had a marshmallow on the seat and somebody came and got the marshmallow, boom, totaled.
I bet you I got everybody beat by a long shot.
Yeah, but you got that Canadian system going, and that's just daily bending you over and putting it in your butthole, man.
It's not even a Canadian system. It's a fucking our provincial system. It's a fucking, they monopolized it, which is fucking illegal, but they somehow have gotten away with it for the last, I don't know, fucking 40 years.
Most things government does is illegal all over the world.
Yeah. Where there's money, there's a way.
Between my Harley and my Z, I pay $3,000 a year.
Oh my god!
Yeah. And the funny part is that's like not all Harley. They're divided like evenly. Each bike is $1,500 a year.
Dang.
Dude, that is crazy.
Dude, my sport bike by itself at one point was $3,200 a year.
Jesus.
My ZRX 12, my FZ, and my Triumph.
That's nuts.
Full coverage on all 3 bikes, $324 a year.
Like I pay that per month.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
No, you don't pay. You pay more than me. I'm $300. The bill's $270, but was it $300 something a year? $300, like low for the year is what I pay.
I think for my car, 4 motorcycles, and home insurance, mine is like it's like right around $250 a month.
Fuck. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, I guess
That's for your house too?
Yeah.
That ain't bad.
That's fucking crazy.
Full coverage on everything.
Wow.
What,
And
is the
you're
house
not
made-
even 40 yet, Neil. So that's really good.
I got
wait,
that.
Is the house made of cork?
I got that MLG driving record.
Yeah, that's me too. I've been very fortunate to have. I have an excellent driving record, and so
Knock
that
on
keeps. Well, plus I'm still a certified motorcycle safety instructor, even though I don't teach actively anymore. And so they've got that in the database that I'm a motorcycle safety instructor. So that gets me like 15% right there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and plus, if you guys are with like I think Progressive and Geico, and I think State Farm does it too. If you're an AMA member, tell them they'll give you a discount on your insurance just for being an AMA member. So
I showed my life casting license and they didn't give a fuck.
You're like, check this out.
It's like, yeah, I can mold a dildo though. They didn't give me nothing for that.
No discounts.
Bastards.
No deal
I'm gonna,
count.
I'm gonna have to try that next time I walk in there. If I can pull up my official booby inspector card and see what the fuck that does for me.
Point at my jacket and be like, that's Lee Stewart's blood right there. Nothing.
oh, jeez.
What does this get me?
Fuck, I can't believe that's all you pay for, like, everything. Your house, your fucking vehicles. That's retarded. I think my truck's another $1,200 for the year. I forget what my house.
Ah, dude.
I think my house is another 18.
Jeez, they just bending you over up there.
Yeah. And people fucking ask me why I'm too broke to build and fix my bikes up. Like,
Yeah.
now you know.
I don't, especially your American viewers, I don't think they fully understand the Canadian plight.
Dude, it's bad. It's so bad. I don't know. And that's exactly why the 636 has been not getting built.
On the back burner, you know, like that.
And because the Harley took a shit, and that needs about fucking $3,000 worth of work too now. So like,
I'm freaking balls deep in the ZRX 1200, all torn apart all over the garage. So I feel your pain on that one. That project keeps getting more and more expensive every time I turn around. I'm on Amazon ordering something else for it. But by this time next week, I should have it all put back together and be running way, way, way better than it did before.
What was wrong? What was wrong with it?
Well, it started out that I've got two of the two carburetor 3 and carburetor 4 had the pilot jets were so clogged that the bike would not idle on those carburetors. So I was basically idling on 2 cylinders. And I thought, well, this sucks. So I got to pull these apart and clean the jets and everything. So I started taking everything apart and I thought, man, why do I keep dealing with this fucking airbox and this fucking filter box? I don't want to do this anymore. This is I mean, if you guys have ever had to deal with a bike with a tight airbox, just taking stuff apart is a nightmare. I thought, man,
I deal with tight boxes all the time.
Yeah, I know. Well, you do with a lot of loose boxes too. Yeah,
That's why I went ahead
Mastered
and
all the boxes.
on
yeah.
750, dude.
Anyway, so
Big reason.
anyhow, so I thought to myself, well, I'm gonna do an airbox delete, a filter box delete. I'm gonna go stage 3 on the carburetors. Let's go ahead and put some ZX11 cams in it while we're at it. Let's, and everything's just gotten out of hand. I don't know if I'm going to do the cams or not, but everything's coming in to finish up all of the intake work. The only thing I need is I've got the jets. I've got a few other things. I'm just waiting on the pods, and I'm waiting on the crankcase breather. I had to do an external crankcase breather, the crankcase breather went to the airbox, and since the airbox is going to be gone and replaced with pod filters, I've also got to have basically a pod filter crankcase breather. So I'm just waiting on all these little parts to show up so I can get it all finished up. I'll put it all back together. But then I realized, man, it's been like 3 years, maybe 4 years since I flushed the coolant. So I probably should flush the coolant. And then I thought, well, shit, you know what? While we're at it, I'm probably going to go ahead and put some brakes on it. You know how it goes. Once you take a bike apart, you think, well, shit, it's all apart. I might as well do all this now,
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
So that's what's happening. But hopefully in the next week or two, I'll have it all put back together, and then you guys will be seeing it in videos again.
You put electric seats in it.
Mm-hmm.
Just put some electron carbs on that bastard.
Mm-hmm. I was just thinking so you didn't have to use the knob to recline the seat back.
Get that lumbar support.
Electric
Upgrade.
windows.
Fuck, I want something to build. I want money so I got plenty of things to build. Fuck,
Dude,
like it's
drift right.
it's winter time here now, so like I got
Yeah.
nothing. I got literally nothing I can do.
200
Wintertime's like project time.
Yeah, it's full blown winter here now. There's probably like a good 4 inches of snow on the ground.
Oh shit! Really?
Man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What?
It's riding time is over.
That's makes my dick puke. I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, it's fucking it's alright. It got winter like fast here too. I don't know why. For some reason, it just like boom, it started hammering snow like crazy out of nowhere, and now like all the roads are ice and shit again. And it's that time of year, and I fucking just hate life for 6 months.
Gotta get a drift trike and put spikes in its wheel. The thing you do. It's what you do. Put spikes in something's wheels already. What the fuck are you doing?
I know. That's why I'm like, I'm worried about what I'm gonna do this winter. Like either I'm gonna fucking shut down my channel altogether, or fucking what? Because I can't fix all my bikes. None of them run. So I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to suck a bunch of dicks.
You're gonna have to teach people how to paint and
not just
motorcycles. The rap series, rapping vinyl.
Oh fuck yeah!
It's a wrap.
Today we're rapping the fucking box of Cracker Jacks.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this for like the last few days. I'm like actually worried about what the fuck I'm gonna be able to do.
It's depressing.
DeFober is nowhere to be found, but I just sent him a link too, just in case.
Oh. Speaking of that, speaking of Lee Stewart and careers, Motorcycle Men Band won my shit. If you're listening out there and you never stepped up to get your prize like I asked you to, and I told everybody last night that it was over, I'm getting the cutoff, and until this morning, I never heard from anybody. So that 38 Ride Company shit is still up for grabs, and it's going to be on Instagram. And somebody asked, why is it going to be on Instagram? It's because I fucking want to.
Because shut up, that's why.
So that's a thing.
Yeah, and whoever wins it, hold on to it for a little while. Hold on to it for probably like a month and a half.
Some new goodies coming down the pipeline.
Because there's some rad new shit coming down.
The winter line.
Oh
yeah, yeah. It's all in the works right now, trying to get done.
That's awesome.
So there's going to be I don't know, probably like 12 new items coming out in the next little bit. And a new limited edition item that people are going to be fucking hyped about. Anybody that like played Nintendo growing up, I'll say that much, will be fucking pumped.
Dang.
The Super Mario pillow.
It's going to be pretty fucking awesome.
The throw pillow, Super Mario on it.
What's going on here?
I got the inside scoop. It's socks.
Oh shit.
Drinking my
Socks.
homebrew holiday cider, boys. It's tasting real good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I made here's the deal. So I'm not sure how to do that. How I should do this. I did all this stuff. I shot video of all this of doing this brew session, and I keep talking about the holidays and time for the holidays and this and that, blah 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 blah. But now it turned out so good that I'm thinking I don't want to reveal the recipe just yet because I may enter it in competition, and so. Now I'm thinking, well, I probably will never release that video because it'll be into something I'll release in the summertime or the springtime, and it's talking about the holidays, and everybody will be very confused by it.
Yeah. Throw them off. Gotta spice it up. They'll be like, what's going on here? Just pull a caveat at the beginning.
You just have a big Stanley Kubrick disclaimer at the front. Yeah.
I probably got like videos from like 4 years ago that I still haven't edited.
Well,
someday I'll get to them.
Yeah. I'm editing a brand new episode. I may or I don't know if I'll finish it tonight, but new episode this week. I'm trying. I know.
Into distilling. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, into distilling. Is that what you're asking?
Yes, sir.
Well, all I can say is that if I were distilling with anyone right now, which I'm not, I would not be able to admit to it because that's really illegal. So
no, I said, have you ever thought about it?
Oh, have I ever thought about it? Yes, many times.
Dang, the Kreuzschein.
Mm-hmm.
So I found out what grappa was today, is what I asked. And I'm like,
Grappa.
fucking, how in the hell is that even made? I haven't really looked it up yet, but I gather that it's grapes.
Yeah.
Like totally distilled into hard liquor.
That's a prison hooch made in the toilet.
Right? High C grape juice.
In my mind.
Distilled in a garbage bag for 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's called
Not
grappa. Or yeah, grappa is actually what it's called.
Grappa!
Grappa.
I like it said like that better, please.
Yeah. It's a type of it's made with grapes. It's a type of brandy actually. It's basically a distilled wine is what
It's all fancy, and you're supposed to drink it in a shot glass with a stem on it.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, it's supposed to drink it in I think you're supposed to drink it in a champagne flute.
So that's like as gay as it gets. I love this stuff. I really
Drinking the skin flute.
Extremely gay.
drink our great grappa out of our skin flute.
Grappa.
And here's to what's
Oh, God.
foreskin and 7 years ago.
Foreskin.
Grappa. That's what I'm just gonna call it. Grappa.
Grappa.
I'm getting it.
Grappa.
Grandpa.
Dude, I got this old man. We went to this town. I won't spoil the episode, but I got this old man, he's in probably his 70s or early 80s, in this country store telling me this story, dude, and it is freaking hilarious. He's something right out of a comic book, man. He is as old school Texas. We're literally wearing farmers' overalls and a t-shirt, and a big John Deere hat. Oh my dude, it's freaking awesome.
You talk about that grappa.
He's talking about that grappa.
Yeah, man, I got some grappa for you.
Making some grandpa on the farm.
Come on, fool. What you need? That's so funny. I watched Moonshiners, like an old episode of Moonshiners on Go Movies earlier today.
Dude, the first season of that was really good.
Yeah.
It went to shit thereafter, but that first season sucked me in, man. I was hooked on that show.
It was kind of like a moto vlogger, right? Like the first episode, you're like, wow, man, this is great. Second episode is like, that was kind of like the first one. I loved it. And third episode, you're like, all right, now.
Yeah, this is the same shit over and over again.
Come on.
Yeah. All right, let me try a different motor vlogger. Oh, this is cool. This guy does cool stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
and this is the same shit over and over again.
It's
And then motor vlogging died. Rip.
Go.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not. I watch my own videos and like, what the fuck what am I doing? What am I even doing?
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm slowly but surely. I kind of stayed with the same cinematic techniques. And once I got the drone, I kind of stopped innovating camera technique wise, but I'm getting some more gear. And next year I'm going to change the game a little bit. I got that 3-axis gimbal I've used a couple of times, and I've been practicing with that. Not anything I put on YouTube, but I've really been practicing with it to get the most out of it technique wise. You can do some badass stuff with the gimbal if you really know how to use it besides just walking around with it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And so I've been working with that. I'm probably going to get a new cinematic camera and so that I can go 4K on every single thing if I want to, and do a few things like that. So I'm going to
Panasonic.
Yeah,
Panasonic.
I am. That's one of the ones I'm looking at is the Panasonic.
The GH5.
Yeah, the GH5. It's exactly the one.
Yeah. I've got the GH4, and I've got a GH5 on the way now. For not even for me, I bought it with the fucking company money because I'm going to use it for. I'm going to start like a little thing for the company away from my own shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like those two together is going to be fucking killer. Like the GH4 is amazing. That's what I've been using for the last year. But the GH5 like just blows it the fuck out of the water.
Yeah. Yeah, they are pretty freaking amazing.
Oh yeah, that and a gimbal together, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You can make anything you want. You can make the goddamn Avengers if you got the time and the skills.
Yeah.
It's that good.
Yeah. The only thing about the Panasonic, the only thing that has me kind of hesitating is that I'm going to have to buy all new lenses, man. Every single lens I have is Nikon. Every one.
Can't you get those
So-
adapters so you can still use them, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've heard mixed results. I mean, if you're going to spend $1,500 on a camera body, I mean, I would just go ahead and buy at least one telephoto lens and one 50mm lens while I'm at it. You know?
Well,
That's
like the native lenses work the best with them too, by far.
Yeah.
The way, because they're all like focused by wire and shit too. So it makes a big, and especially with the GH5's new system with the dual IS, they made a whole, like I have to get new lenses, even though all my Micro Four Thirds lenses fit the new camera. I still have to get a couple new ones because they got a dual IS system now that works like with the in-body stabilization and the lens stabilization somehow work together electronically. And that was like my favorite part about testing this camera. I put a fucking with Micro Four Thirds, everything is basically half the size of a normal lens. So I put a 200 to 400mm lens on this thing in the store, which is actually a fucking like 400 to 800, like a massive telephoto lens, something that you should never ever be able to use for video. And I put this thing on there, and it had this dual IS setup going on there, and I was able to walk around and shoot shit handheld, and it looked like I was walking on a gimbal. It was fucking unreal.
Dang, that's
awesome.
impressive.
Yeah.
So
It's
they got,
so impressive.
well, they got one in the lens and one on the sensor then?
Yeah, they got 5 and they're both 5-axis too. So like you literally like can eliminate a gimbal out of your fucking thought process because you can shoot everything just handheld, but it looks incredible.
That's impressive.
Like there's no way you should ever be able to use a lens that big ever in video.
Yeah. DeFobra, you have a link to the chat if you want to join us. Check your Facebook. I already sent it a while back.
Dude, that lens, or sorry, it's a 100 to 400, but that lens, man, it made shit look better than real life. I don't know how. It was incredible, and now I have to have it, but it's like $1,800.
We need to get Mr. Fish in here too. That's I'm just kind of biding my time. I want to, there's so many good cameras right now. The GH5 is definitely up there. That's up at the top of what I'm wanting to spend because I'm still doing video production for my new job, but it's not like all of my new job, because it's just part of the advertising development and the social media management and the web management and all that. So I ain't gonna spend that kind of money for them, I'm just doing it strictly now for I'm sure I'll use it once because I use half my equipment anyway as it is already. But it's mainly just so I can have it for my own projects too.
Yeah. Oh, just so much shit like the high frame rate, like variable frame rates just set up for like, you can do like up to 180 frames per second slow motion.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. You're limited only by your imagination with that GH5.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll do everything.
Like mine does the most mine maxes out as 96 frames per second slow motion. You can see it in my videos. I use it a lot and it just looks fucking unbelievable. But then like the new version is ridiculous. It's just so much better. And then for lenses, like I have 3 lenses and it does the job for everything. I have a wide angle. I have the Panasonic, they're kind of standard, the 12 to 35. And I've got the 25 mil, which is like their version of the Canon 50 mil. And those 3 lenses are money.
Yeah.
Except my wide angle. I didn't go with Panasonic for the wide angle because their wide angle actually sucks.
Interesting.
I got an Olympus one, which is also Micro Four Thirds. But that one was fucking expensive. That's the lens I shoot most of my videos in, and holy crap, that lens was expensive. But I mean, it's the one I use every day, so it's kind of the one that's worth spending the money on.
Yeah.
I think I spent like $1,600 on this lens.
I tell you another one I've been thinking about.
I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, dude, this lens is not like I got this aftermarket lens. Everybody claimed I watched all the reviews, blah blah. It was real cheap." I'm like, I don't know what's wrong, man. It's like this thing's all in it from the dust blowing through the air. Well, dude, you get what you fucking pay for, dude.
No shit.
Put a UV filter on your fucking.
I'll tell you another one I've been thinking about getting to is the AX100. I keep going back to that camera for some reason, just simply because I've seen a lot of test footage with it. And that is a really good looking camera. It almost looks like it has a prime lens on it. It's got that Zeiss Sonner lens.
Sounds German.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah,
They do make
size.
they do make really good standalone lenses. Like their primes are fucking expensive.
Yeah, they're really expensive. The only downfall with Sony shit is rolling shutter is ridiculously bad.
Yeah.
Like all the Sony cameras, you basically cannot handheld shoot nothing. Even like tripod movements, you have to be real careful about.
Yeah, their 24p used to be really, really bad for that very reason. You couldn't, a lot of those cameras, you just couldn't do a project. Like you couldn't do even really good panning, just regular old, journalistic type panning in 24p with some of those cameras because it was so bad. Yeah.
It's still like that now.
Yeah.
Like they have the one that everybody's all the rage about, the A6300 or whatever. And that one it's almost unusable in any kind of movement situation.
Dang, you think they would have got that figured out by fucking now?
Yeah. Well, I don't even know why the fucking whole rolling shutter thing is still a thing. Like Black Magic's use a global shutter, so that never happens. I think that should be something anyone that makes video stuff should be doing.
You think they would fix it by firmware or something?
The Fober just messaged me. He said he'll be here in a few minutes.
The Vobes.
We ask him to pick up some milk.
Yeah. Here, I'll tell him. Can you?
In a tall boy of Steel Reserve for Jake.
Some milk.
Hours
On
Jake.
your way. There. Okay. Good.
I miss everybody, but I guess it seems like I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. The faggot force is a pot of watery tomato sauce that has reduced down to.
I think that what's happened right now, man, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just everybody is going through gigantic life changes right now. Lee started a new company. I shut down one of my businesses and went to work for a company. It's just, Derek's having to concentrate more on his Twitch channel, which is totally understandable. The guys who were making a living off of YouTube are having a hard time now. Jake is kind of like that too. So, I mean, I think it's just, we're kind of going through, the holidays are coming. So I think everybody's just kind of going through some shit right now, and, Neil, his internet is.
It's garbage. So
this too shall pass, man. It's just kind of one of those things where it's the first time in like 4 years where it just kind of happened all at the same time where we're all going through big changes. So,
yep. Dark times in the forest.
Hell of a hard time trying to keep videos going. Hell of a hard time.
I've just made a promise to myself that I'm going to do. Right now, I'm going to do at least 2 videos a month. It may only be 2 videos a month. Like this month is going to be probably 2 videos, maybe 3. But I'm going to keep producing. I'm just kind of in that. I'm just kind of in a situation right now where I've got less time, and so I've got to plan my shoots and plan my trips. And it used to be when I was working for myself full time. If I got a really good day and I could put my work off or rearrange my work schedule, I could go shoot in the middle of the day on a weekday. I can't do that now. I'm basically relegated to weekends. Well, if I've got a show, if the band's on the road on the weekend, I can't shoot that weekend, maybe Sunday. It's just harder and harder to shoot. Then here in the wintertime, you might get a 75-degree day or you might have a 30-degree day with ice on the ground. West Texas winters are completely unpredictable. That's another factor. So that's just kind of where I am with mine. I'm going to keep plugging away at it, though.
I remember that in cut and shoot. Like one day we were riding the go-karts, and then another day I had socks on my hands that were like freezing to my skin.
That's exactly right. That's just the way it is in this part of the United States, this part of the world. But I'll take it.
Floods and stuff.
When I think about Lee being snowed in, that video you sent me last winter, Lee, when you opened up your door and it was just a wall of snow shaped like a door, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
No thanks.
It's already that time of year. It's fucking happening right now.
Ugh.
Oh, it's the worst. I wish I had like the same problems you had, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Because those wouldn't be problems for me.
Yeah, when I think about what you pay in insurance and what you have to put up weather-wise, winters in West Texas are no problem.
Yeah, like I literally have no idea what I'm going to be able to film for the winter. If like my Harley's down big time, so like Frozen Fury probably might not happen again. Mm-hmm. And usually in the wintertime is when I build bikes in the garage. Like last winter, I didn't miss a beat. I made a video every week, fucking all winter, and it was totally fine. I actually enjoyed winter. But this year, I got to actually like put money into making these bikes happen. Like, fuck, I don't even know what I'm going to do because I can't take it out of the company, obviously, because if you do, you're an idiot. If you start taking company money out in the first fucking couple months of your business. Nope. So I'm not that dumb, thankfully.
You need to make a Pornhub
so like
code on it to
dude, I was like fucking literally like considering the thing that I hate most in the world with the fucking GoFundMe route to fucking build the 636 because I get asked about it. Like the amount of time, dude, the amount of times that I've been asked where the 636 build is, if every single one of those persons threw in like a quarter, that bike would have been built a long time ago. I'm not even kidding. It happens like 20 fucking times a day. It's ridiculous.
What's up on the 636?
Yeah. I'm just like, fuck. Like,
yeah, you've been talking about that for about 2 years at least, man. He's like, well, you fucking, well, everybody shut the fuck up. It's money.
Yeah, I got that bike when I started my channel. And that's that was like going to be the start of the build series. I'm just like, fuck, what do I do?
You know, man, you don't even really have to do a GoFundMe or a Patreon or anything and say, hey, man, look here, and just get some screen caps of all these people sending you messages over and over and just have them overlap in infinity, everybody asking you to do that build and say, here's how we can do this. Here's my PayPal. You know, Lee Stewart at PayPal.com. You know, there's no pressure, no GoFundMe, no Patreon, nothing like that. But if all of these people right here would have donated $2 or $3, this would be done right now.
That bike would be, if all those people did that much, that bike would be the sickest stunt bike on the fucking planet.
Tell them to go buy a shirt from website. Oh, well, if you're not trying to take business money.
Yeah, I can't do company money like for at least 6 months. So, because that's just shooting yourself in the foot if you start pulling company funds out and stuff. And then I got to explain it to the government and blah, 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 and all kinds of fucking bullshit that goes along with it. It's not that easy. So, because I still haven't started taking a wage from it yet, obviously. So that has to happen first. But yeah, I got to figure something out, man. That's for sure. I'm like fucking, I don't really care, obviously. Like if it's up to me, it's whatever. I won't make videos for a while, but it's the people that like, you know, are dedicated that want to watch me fucking make videos and stuff. That's where I start feeling bad. Like I need to be doing something. Because like I don't make money off YouTube, so if I don't make videos for 6 months, that's not a big deal to me. But it's the people that are subscribed and fucking enjoy my shit. That's where I'm like, fuck. Like I don't. What do I do? So
has anybody else seen like a drop in loyal subscription views lately?
Yes. So for a while I was pretty consistently getting a minimum of 11 or 1,200 views a video pretty much right off the bat. Well, within the first month of the video's release. So I knew that over 2 to 3 weeks, I was going to get between 1,000 and 2,000 views. And of my last 3 or 4 videos, half of them have yet to reach 1,000 views. So my most recent video from last week is at 911 views. The one before that freaking tanked. It's sitting at about 800. Then I'm in the thousands before that. But yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Or I was thinking it was just me, like whatever my subject matter was, I hadn't really grabbed people's attention. But
oh no, same, man. I would shoot up in the thousands, but now I'm sitting there in 3 digits, like last 3 videos. It's like, do I smell?
I got 10 new subs last month. There's something
nice.
Yeah, I think it's just down across the board for fucking everybody, though.
That's the weird opposite, though. Also, I've been having an increase in subs, but a decrease in views.
Yeah, me too. My subs have actually slightly accelerated, but my views continue to just be in the toilet. I'm between 50 and 80 new subs a month.
All right, listen. If somebody paid a stadium full of Indian kids to hit the subscribe button on me, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass. You're fucking it up.
Yeah, I was thinking for sure. At the beginning of this year, I thought for absolute sure I would have 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and I'll be lucky to be at 9,000 subscribers. It's kind of demoralizing, but I'm just going to ignore it, man. I'm just going to keep making videos, do the things about the channel that I love, that keep me endeared to it, and we'll all have to fight through this shit, the apocalypse and the algorithms and. There are cultural changes happening, with the viewers, across all genres on YouTube right now. And TV's making a comeback. For a while, TV was just so horrible that there was Walking Dead and, maybe one or two other shows that people were into. Well, now, I think there's been kind of a push to get people back to watching television. And so, who knows?
Fuck TV. I don't even have TV.
I like Hoffman's idea. Yeah. I'll just start a ghost hunting series in my stupid ghosty house. Ghosty ghosts. Be like, hey, apparition. You sound like a black girl. I bet you fine.
Oh, God.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's awesome. You fucking catching some jungle fever now that you're single? I like it. I
don't exclude the dead.
Yeah, it's a fickle bitch right now. That's for sure.
Yeah. Every time Neil hits his fucking mod, it's just a whistle.
It's got that. It's that whistle tips. That's only in the morning.
Yeah.
Especially up making breakfast or something. Woo woo.
It's a decoration. Woo woo.
Whistle. I'm Whistle Rick.
Whistle Rick.
Saw a T-shirt today. Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick has taken over the world. Of all the episodes from that season, I didn't think it would be Pickle Rick that became a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
I've never even watched the show.
Me neither.
You would like it.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I never fucking watched it.
You would like it. But here's the deal, man. If you do decide to start watching it, just go ahead and get on your secret torrent account and just download the first 2 seasons. Watch you got to kind of start from the beginning. You will appreciate the latter seasons better if you start with season 1.
Yeah. Well, if I was going to watch it, I'd of course start from the beginning.
They're on Hulu also.
Are they? I've been watching that new, or me and Kai just started watching last night, that new Seth MacFarlane fucking Star Trek fucking knockoff or whatever. Orville, I think it is. It's pretty good. It's pretty funny.
Orville Redenbacher.
You
guys ever heard of Star Wars?
What? Star what?
This is a fucking nerdy movie like you guys are talking about. You might not have heard of it. Apparently,
I have heard of it. I think it's about the guy with the pointy ears, right?
Yeah, it's like Sesame Street. There's like Snuffleupagus kind of looking guy.
Hey,
Indiana Jones is in it.
Hey, Obi-Wan. Nobody knows Snuffleupagus, or that was just a bad impression.
Hey, bird. And then they cut Snuffleupagus open with a lightsaber, and they sleep inside of him.
And I thought he smelled bad on the outside. Dude, this conversation got weird.
Oh, fuck it.
Yeah. Who cares? Yeah. Golly. Well, I ordered myself a cafe fairing for my Bonneville.
Oh, nice.
And, it came from China, and I ordered it 2 weeks ago, so it means it'll be here in like 3 more weeks. And I'm going to do that. I've been wanting to do that for a few years, and I've gone back and forth on which, like, do I want to get a dark fly screen? And I almost bought a dark fly screen, and right when I was getting ready to buy one, they followed me out of nowhere on Instagram, and I was like, badass. Dark Fly Screens followed me. So I followed them back, and I was just about to go on their website and order one, and I happened to notice that they unfollowed me. So I unfollowed them, and I will not be buying a Dark Fly Screen from.
You should just email them and be like, bitches, give me this for free.
Yeah.
Probably costs like $5 to make.
That's the one thing about Instagram that I hate is people who are just, your tags will get you on that. Just people are just following you because they want you to follow them back.
Yeah.
And they don't think that people are using tracking software like,
Yeah, I don't do that at all.
There's tracking software?
Yeah. I'll tell you straight up, man, I don't.
Insta follow?
If I follow somebody, it's because I'm interested in what they've got to do. Yeah, Insta follow one. And the other one, there's another one that's pretty good that's called Followers Insight that gives you a lot of data on who's following you, who unfollowed you. And I can always see that if I do a post that has like that post of me in the recording studio this week that I posted, I tagged it with a bunch of studio and audio engineering stuff. And sure enough, man, 3 or 4 people follow you, and then they follow you for a day and a half or two, and then you don't follow them, so they unfollow you.
That's so fun. Yeah, man. A lot of people don't even realize that there's software out there, a lot of different pieces of software that you want to unfollow me and then follow me and then unfollow, trying to get my attention. And I got this other piece of software that tells me you're doing that. So
yeah,
you shouldn't do that.
Okay. God.
It's entertaining too. And also on a lighter note, or on the ladder, on the other side of it, man, it also shows I can tell who watches my shit on YouTube, who frequents my Instagrams the most, who likes, also, of course, Twitter tells you who likes it, but it also tells me who views it purposely. So it also shows you the people that are behind you.
Creeping in people.
With their dick out.
Yeah.
Crazy. I guess I don't do any of that shit.
Yes, you got an assistant? I'm not telling you.
Oh, peace out, Mr. Fish.
Yeah, peace out, Fish.
Popping them pills. It's nap time.
I was
Fish,
expecting him.
Fish, before you go, if you have a private Facebook account that you're real, like a personal account, friend me. I won't be telling nobody. That way I can always get you a link quickly for one of these hangouts if you show up. So yeah. Just a little hot tip there from Tim Kreitz Adventures. Thank you.
I won't say anything either.
Hot tips. Hot fleshy tips.
Yeah. Hot fleshy mushroom tips.
Eat a dick. Is that what you're trying to say?
Have a good night, Fish. Yeah.
Oh, he said uses Twitter for a link.
No, I don't Twitter. That's part of my problem. I do not Twitter.
Twitter sucks.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't get Reddit.
Yeah, oh my God, dude. Matt is a Redditor.
It's the front page of the internet.
Dude, he freaking loves Reddit. And I understand. He does find some cool stuff on there, but man, that whole furor over Reddit, I'm right there with you. I'm not completely on board with that.
I'm trying to sink into it, man, but when I bring it up, it's like, holy shit, the HTML on this fucking site sucks dick. Back right out. Like, look at this shit.
Yeah, it looks like Prodigy from 1989.
Yeah, it's like Craigslist trying to make some style.
It's like the original internet message boards, just like they never upgraded their net code. They're like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like being on a BBS in 1995.
Yeah, keeping it real.
Fish says Facebook does not work from his computer. That's a strange statement, but I will certainly take your word for it.
Mark Zuckerberg hates your ass. He hates you.
Yeah, he has a personal vendetta against you, Fish.
Against you, man.
Sucker's got it out for you.
Mass said Reddit can suck my butthole.
He's jealous of your muscly head.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, man, and it's the moderation system I don't completely understand. The hierarchy of users I don't completely understand. I don't know. I know that Josh has gotten some really good traffic driven to his YouTube channel from Reddit links, but you can't apparently go to Reddit and post a link of your own stuff. Somebody else has to post it. It's
Yeah,
like
you'll get flambasted for that.
okay, yeah. So it's kind of a weird deal.
Yeah,
What's a YouTuber who can't post his own link all over every corner of the interweb and hopes of getting 10 views?
I guess they're doing something right on there then.
Yeah, exactly.
What's stopping one from paying off your neighbor to get on there and be like, this motherfucker's the shit? Look at this. Look at this guy.
I don't know the answer to that, actually. I've often thought about that. Like, can you set up a fake account that was not you and then get it all certified and get your Redditor status and all that, and then post your own links from another account that didn't look like you were posting? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I've never even looked at that fucking site. I can't be bothered.
Yeah. Just the logo alone makes me not want to hang out over there.
Yeah.
Just a logo alone. Oh God.
Okay, Fish, cool. I'll be looking for it. I'll check it later. Yeah, the most triggered users of the internet. Speaking of trigger, where's Jake? What's he doing? Did he say anything on Faggot Force about? He posted something today. You guys, and I'm telling you right now, man, that was one of the worst things I've ever seen posted today. That one, I'm not even going to say it. You know what I'm talking about. Billy posted it as usual.
Yeah.
What was it?
I can't believe that's
Horrible.
I can't believe that's a GIF.
Oh,
Yeah. How is
the
that?
unicorn.
How is that a GIF?
The unicorn. Behold the mighty unicorn.
Well, that's not a Giphy GIF. I'll tell you that. That ain't. That's not.
You know what? This is funny. My nephew sent it to me, and I forwarded it to you. I think it's brilliant.
I'm sure you do.
Say what you will.
That is definitely something you would post. I will say that.
Yeah.
If Lee's never seen it before.
Oh, I've seen it. I saw a picture of like the unicorn fucking a few years ago. I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Then I saw the GIF last night, and I was like, it was a bad time to see it. And I was just like, well, better close this real fucking quick.
Yeah, I've learned. I have learned at work never, ever open Super Faggot Force ever at work.
No.
Oh yeah, that's a horrible idea.
Yeah.
I learned to stop opening Billy's posts at work, or at least like put my phone way down. I'm like, oh God, yeah, it's definitely.
I'm so sorry. Though. I mean,
yeah, I should
don't
know
think
better.
about these things.
I enjoy those ones the most.
All
Like
right.
Nero
Fish.
sent me, and it's in private Facebook, like one-on-one with Holler Moto. I can't open his shit at all. If you ever make friends with Holler Moto and start fucking, dude, nope, do not open it. Especially like because he's like one of the guys that he'll show like, oh, this is hilarious, and like the video footage of like is like a sunflower coming up out of the ground, and then a hammer smashing it. So then you unmute the audio, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, God, I hate those. They're so
Mm.
stupid.
Oh, those are fucking so dumb.
Damn it.
God damn.
Whoa.
You're like in the thrift store and like New Hope Baptist Church thrift store. Fucking
Yeah,
press start on that.
I always have the sound off on my phone just for that reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not that smart sometimes.
Volunteering in the Baptist church soup kitchen when your phone goes off.
Dang, Mr. Fish, what's up?
Good morning. How is everybody?
Oh, just fine. Man, it is. What is it? Oh, we had the time change. We went backwards. So what is it? Is it 1 o'clock in the morning?
2:10 in the morning.
10 past 2.
Oh shit!
I got in at 1 from work, so
Wow.
I took the painkillers. So if you hear just a thud, that's just me passing out at some point.
Yeah, carpet, right?
Yeah. So it'll be a soft landing as long as I don't hit the coffee table on the way down.
Spattering of blood all over the wall.
That's all right. It's we just moved into the house, so it needs a paint anyway.
Oh yeah, you just did the big move. That's right.
Yeah, last Friday. So I've been
Hell
here.
yeah. Moving's the shit. Well, when you're done.
Yeah. In about 2 years, it'll be all right. When I finished all the building work.
Speaking of insurance crap, Fish got screwed royally on that too. He moved closer to London, and all his insurance went up just because he moved closer to there.
Really?
Oh, they fucking stuck a stick right up my backside.
Dang,
They
that
just-
is the worst.
I got 2 months left of the insurance, so on the current policy I've got now. So all I did was move. Yeah, literally, it's probably not even 5 miles. Probably 3.5 miles closer to the centre of London.
Dang.
Exactly the same, garaged, locked, alarmed, everything. And they stung me for £30 for the admin charge, which is basically typing in an address.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because they send it out on email, and then they put it up by £20 a month.
Gosh.
And it's like, what the fuck? And I was I'm getting rid of the 125 as well. So God knows what it's going to be when I get the other bike as well. Because it's obviously.
What's their reasoning on doing that?
They don't give a reason. They've always come up with shit. They're insurance companies, aren't they? I mean, look, this is how bad it was. I used to live in a shit area, right? One of the sort of like scummier areas, and they always put my bike insurance up because they said I lived in a scummier area, so more people will come and steal your stuff. Then I moved to a nice area, and they put it up again, and I went, but I'm not. I said I'm not in a shit area. And they went, yeah, but you're now in a nice area. So the scummy people know where to go. So they go to the nice area. And it's like, oh my God. And with the garage as well. Not my last house, about 3 houses ago, I had like garage doors, but it had no roof. So it's like garage doors into a yard. And they said, yeah, but it doesn't count as a garage. So we've got a sort of like put your policy up. And I went, but it's got garage doors. It's got locked doors. And he said, yeah, but it's not a garage. And I said, well, how many bikes get stolen through the fucking roof of a garage? It's the doors that get broken. So if they're the same, it's exactly the same.
Oh, what a scam, man.
Yeah.
It's fun over here. Car insurance didn't change when I moved. I just phoned them up. They went, yeah, no problem. Typed in the address, done.
They probably think you won't drive your car into London. Don't they hate cars in London now? Like, if you drive a car into London, is there some kind of a penalty for doing that?
Yeah, you got, what do you call it? A congestion charge, it's called.
Congestion charge.
Congestion charge.
Yeah, but if you got a hybrid or something, you're okay. Motorcycles are okay, like that. But if you're like a Uber in their Priuses, they're all fine. But they've just got banned from London anyway. Uber, they're fighting a court case.
Really?
Yeah, they broke all the rules of taxis and stuff like that. So
yeah.
they're fighting a court case at the moment. I don't want them to lose because they're fucking cheaper than everyone else.
Yeah. Is that why there's a court case? Is cutting in on like cab business and shit?
Yeah, basically like that. And they had all these stories about Uber drivers assaulting people and raping women and things like that. They've got a long way to go to keep up.
One thing, aren't we? Like how easy it would be just to fucking get somebody and do whatever the fuck you wanted to with them, like with Uber. Neil, you mentioned it's like all you have to do is go up outside a fucking nightclub about 2 o'clock in the morning and say, "Who ordered an Uber?" And some motherfucker will jump in your car and you just fucking go murder the shit out of them for fun.
That's it. I mean, you got to be so. But then normal taxis, everyone complains about like the Ubers and that. But when an Uber will turn up, you'll have the guy's face on your phone. You'll have his number plate, his registration, the car he's driving. But if you used to jump into a normal taxi, you don't even check their badges. You just jump in the back and just go, "Let's go."
Yeah.
So in a way, Uber's kind of safer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they do background checks on those dudes and all that shit.
They're supposed to, but this is one of the sticking points. This is one of the problems they had. They were saying they didn't do proper ones, so I think they had a few pedos on board. You know, the usual.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, a few politicians, a few people.
I wonder if I can get an Uber license. That'd be a funny video just to see if I can get it done.
That would be, you'd be a funny Uber driver.
There you go.
We
got a car. If you got a decent car and a fairly good driving record, you should be good.
I got a sort of a background though. We'll see. You know what I mean? It'd be interesting to see if I get passed. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Kai got rejected because she had a DUI.
Oh yeah, she pretty shouldn't have applied for that until she got that deferred off of her record.
It was 7 fucking years or whatever it is.
Yeah, but I bet as long as she gets her deferred adjudication, which she should be coming up on that now, right?
I don't know.
Well, anyway, if she gets deferred adjudication on it, you can go to a lawyer, and for, you know, at least in Texas, man, you can go through some legal hoops that might cost you, you know, $500, $600, $700, but they can expunge that from your record once it's been adjudicated, so it doesn't even show up. So they can say, "Have you ever had a DWI?" And you can say, "Nope." And it won't even show up on your record if they do a background check. But you have to do a full expungement once you've got a deferred adjudication on it.
Get expunged.
Yeah, that's how I mean, I haven't had a speeding ticket since 2008, but back in the 2000s and 90s when I was getting speeding tickets all the time because I was an idiot who thought I had to go at least 100 miles an hour everywhere. I had a really good lawyer in the next town over who specialized in traffic stuff. And that dude could make everything go away. I mean, don't get me wrong, if I get, knock on wood, but if I ever get a ticket, I mean, I'll go right back to him again because he could. The last ticket I got, he got the fine reduced to half. He got the points removed. He got the need for defensive driving removed. He got my deferment cut in half from like 180 days to 90 days. And then he told me, don't worry about it. Even if you do get another ticket within the next 90 days, I can hold it up so long that you'll go ahead and get your deferment on this one before the next one goes through. I mean, dude, the guy was like a freaking genius. So for basically a couple more $100 more than I would have paid for the ticket, or maybe not even $200, maybe $150 more than the ticket would have cost. The ticket was for almost $170. So, you know, I mean, it was totally worth it. I didn't have to do anything. The ticket just went away. It was like it was never there.
Was he called Saul by any chance?
No, he's called Richard. Yeah, his name is Richard.
That's not as cool.
It's not as cool, yeah.
Better call Richard.
Better call Richard.
There's a kid I went to school with. He's a lawyer around here. I've never used him, but I will in the future if the need arises. But he's basically he's got all my friends off of everything, and his little quote is how much money you got, which pretty much means I'll get you off or whatever. But you know, you fucking better have the money for it.
Better pay.
Ghost Anime said, "You better be careful. You're tempting fate, Tim." Talking about how long it's been since you've had a ticket, and I was like, "No, I need to shut up." I actually did get pulled up. I got pulled over about 2 months ago and got a warning. I thought I was doing 40 and I thought I was doing like 39, 40 and a 35, but it was actually a 30. So I got busted.
Whoops.
But he was like, "I ain't gonna write you a ticket for 9 over, but just slow down." I was like, "Cool, thanks, man."
Man, you know, I've never seen a bike still. Ever since I started riding motorcycles, I have never seen a motorcycle pulled over here in Deals Gap. Fucking
no. Damn. I'm moving.
Yeah. Masshole with the great line from, what was it? A Liar Liar. "Stop breaking the law, asshole." Yeah, there is something to be said for not breaking the law.
Yeah. I've never been pulled over on a bike. In a car, but never on a bike.
Yeah.
I tried a couple of times.
Car, yeah.
Yeah, I've ran a couple of times.
I think they know they can teach you, right? They're like, "Oh, look at this dick, stupid bearded bald dick in a van. Let's get him." But then he's like, "Oh shit, bearded bald dick on a bike. Just don't even try it.
You can't see my dick from there.
He can't. I'm sure they envision it.
It's on all the posters. Wanted.
Look at the size of his motorcycle boots.
No, they just don't. I don't know why. They stopped the scooter boys because they're all the ones stealing the other bikes, probably.
Yeah.
So they stopped them, but I get left alone. I think because by the time you get to a bike that 1,000cc, they figure out you must have a job. Otherwise you can't afford the insurance otherwise. So the AMPR, well, the automatic number plate recognition system, will flag up and tell them whether you got insurance and tax on the bike and everything. So as long as you got all that, they don't really give a shit.
Yeah, that's we've got all that here. We don't have it. We just have it in patrol cruisers. We don't have it like you guys have it hanging off of lampposts and shit. But
yeah, we got it everywhere. You can't go 2 miles without it pinging something. If you're illegal, it gets pinged up all over the place.
Yeah, that's illegal in Texas. You can't do that. You can't be accused by a machine. It has to be a human being. But
they will get the police out to you. What it does is it sends the message to the nearest police car.
Mm-hmm. Be on the lookout for this guy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh dang, they got fucking Skynet over there.
It is.
Yeah, and they jump out the bush and drop kick you off the bike.
Jeez.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere over here. We've got more cameras per head than any other country in the world, I think.
Yeah, I've read that. You guys have the most surveillance of any other civilized country or any other country in the world.
I wouldn't call us civilized, but
yeah.
we have a go.
Yeah, most of the police cruisers here have that. It's just on the front of the car. They can come right up behind you. It scans your plate. If you're wanted, or if it's a stolen vehicle or something, they know immediately. But also they know who it's registered to, whether it's insured or not. You don't even have to, when you get pulled over anymore, you don't even have to show your insurance. It had been so long since I've been pulled over. A couple months ago when I got pulled over for doing 9 over, I was like, man, I got my insurance in here somewhere. He's like, I don't need it. I already know you got insurance. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot you guys have gone to that system now. So in a way, it is what it is. And people need to be insured, I think. So
yeah, as long as you're not doing anything wrong, then you shouldn't be worried about it.
Yeah.
So,
but if you're in a stolen car hauling 12 kilos of cocaine, you might not like that technology too much.
Yeah, I don't think you're up with it.
Right.
So what I do now is I fly all my cocaine over.
Yeah, exactly.
That now we're pulling over fucking submersibles and shit.
So I bring
up your name, man.
Bring it all up the Thames.
Hey guys.
Hi, Jake.
Hi, Jake.
Is that the football? Are you taking a knee, Jake?
Oh no.
It's time for everybody to take a knee and disrespect America.
Oh God.
He's got his own fanfare.
They're all
living in his
used to use that intro all the time.
Yeah.
Now it means something political. Remember that I used to just join? I'd always join the Monday nights with like an NFL theme playing.
Yeah.
Now it's starting debates.
Just before you come on, that you have like a smoke machine in your doorway and a paper banner, and you just run through it before you join.
Dude, if I could like if every day I started life like as like you get up and you take a piss, as I exit the bathroom, if I could walk through a smoke machine with that music playing, I feel like things would be a lot better.
With 2 flame cannons either side.
Wake up every morning and piss excellence.
With a woman sitting on the tailgate, so you can run right over her. Nice.
What?
There always has to be a murder involved somewhere.
Yeah, always, man. You remember that chick say that fucking van? She's like, "Oh, we're here at the motorcycle show," and this fucking pyro goes off, and a bike just hits her in the back of the head.
Are you asking me if I know about that?
You use it in your videos all the time.
Okay, I was about to say that's like become a theme because if you actually go and look up those videos now, there's tons of comments about me, which is awesome. I've made that my own internal meme, which I love.
I love it.
Yeah, she was fine. She was all right.
I'm sure.
If you want something to happen to you, the best is because she's mic'd up, like she's wearing a mic like on her lapel. The thud when she hits the ground is just magnified so much. Like people have accused me of like bumping it up. It's like, no, that's the noise it makes. Its body is the floor.
That's when her brains and spine sound like when they hit the ground.
Yeah, I think she literally lost some hair and kind of got knocked out for a second. She was fine though. She was some Australian chick. They're pretty tough. They could take a fucking fist to the face.
Take a pounding.
I can give one back as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah. God, dude. Well, sorry, I've been drinking beer and eating tacos.
Nice.
It's hard for me to get y'all guys start. Like, I want to start around like this time. I want to have dinner with the fam and do all that. You guys.
And it's too late for Neil though, because it's already almost 9:30 his time now.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Plus, my internet's been garbage the last few weeks, so these haven't been really going down as planned. But it seems to be holding on tonight.
Yeah, that's good.
I like doing them when you're not around.
I
like being the backup goalie.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe we dial them back to twice a month instead of every Monday.
It's whatever.
A little bit more time for shit to pop.
Yeah, we did it on Jake's channel last week, and I was like, this is kind of cool. I'm glad Jake's doing it. I thought, maybe
I'll get some different audience, but we get a lot of the same audience coming over, which is good.
Yeah, you do get a lot of the same audience,
but hopefully, people will see it and they go, okay, this is something that we do, and but I like doing it, even though it historically loses me like a few hundred subs every time I do.
And I remember you saying that.
Really?
I think it's a weird analytic, or it's like a weird. I think it trips something in the system. See, so I was talking to somebody about it, and they had a really good theory, and I wish I could remember who it was, but it was just some subscriber. But he had this really great theory. He was talking about, like, when you upload a new video, how sometimes you lose, you almost always lose a bunch of subscribers, and they think is that there's some sort of like auto limit of like, okay, like you haven't watched the last number of this person's videos, and how like auto unsubs you from people. People have been estimating something like that. And somebody had this really good idea. They said, well, can you do a live stream? They said, maybe it's not based on number of videos, but time of content, like amount of physical content you put out. And you do a live stream for 3 hours, it's like a month's worth of fucking uploads,
Mm-hmm.
So
I just put mine down to they realized how shit I was, so they unsubscribed.
Here's the thing though. I think every time when you lose people like that, it's clear they're not active anyway. So it's kind of whatever. Like it doesn't make any effects like on what you're currently putting out. It's just kind of like, oh, okay, well that like it looks bad. Like my only thing is I wish we understood it more. I wish there was some kind of like communication, because it's just like you first see it and you go, wait, did I do something bad?
Some transparency I get like, on how it all works.
I get drunk and start like raving off some insane shit on my live stream. You're skimming through, like in a panic, like, oh God, what did I do?
Once you understand, they come knocking on your door, a little van, and then you'll never be seen again.
Oh man.
All those YouTubers that have disappeared over the years, they figured it out.
You know who I was talking about to my wife? I was talking about what's his name? There's been a couple of comedians. Like one of them was like that Cat Williams guy. I was like showing her. I was like, see, this is where Cat Williams is going to. He went off too much. He exposed too much crazy stuff in Hollywood, and he disappeared out of the movies. And now all that stuff's coming out. It's like, yeah,
that's it. You can never know too much.
They're fucked, man. Hollywood's such a fucking greasy, disgusting place, man. I love it. I'm loving it. Like I hate that all this bad stuff's happening, but I love every day on the news. I'm like, good. You fucks. Fucking gig is up, man.
Yeah, social media, the downfall of the film industry.
They never thought it could turn against them.
Social media, the downfall of fucking civilization.
I hope they make a movie about this in 10 more years. It probably won't wait that long. It'll probably be 6 months. We'll have a movie about this.
All those 60-year-old actors going, what? That shit's real? They type it and everyone can see it?
Oh, man.
Tell everyone I thought they were 17.
Jake, Red One says, read the damn side chat.
I'm trying to pull it up, but I couldn't get the pop out chat. Let me try again. Sorry.
Oh, Red One. There's another dude who needs a link. Let me see if I can.
Red One's in the side chat. I've been seeing this stuff lately. Like they're trying to make laws here in Texas. Like your smoke from your smoke pit can't go into your neighbors' yards.
What?
That's horse shit.
I'm like, this is not good.
I mean, is Texas, is that like the home of BBQ and shit?
Well, there is a few extreme examples, like with businesses. I know there's one in Austin where it's like they opened up some fucking barbecue place, and it's like level with some dudes. Like there's like the restaurant's lower than the neighborhood is, but you get that sometimes. It's like a retaining wall, and the dude's backyard is just getting destroyed with what's it called with
Just clam bacon, some dank BBQ back there.
Yeah, but like he goes like literally they're like inside or first of all, his backyard. It looks like a fucking explosion went off. There's smoke everywhere. And then inside his house, all you can smell is that barbecue. As much as I love barbecue, I kind of felt for the guy. I was like, yeah, man, I get you. But it's like they're talking weird stuff about like trying to just make like, well, if you're gonna be smoking in your backyard, you're gonna have to get smoke scrubber. And they're like, there's restaurant people are talking about like those things cost like $60,000 and about $100,000 to maintain. Like,
how is it that in a state where you can openly carry a sword if you want to, you can't have barbecue smoke going in someone else's yard?
I don't want to smell your dank
think it'd be
BBQ.
I think like where I live right now, my neighbors wouldn't complain. Shit, the last time I was cooking something, my neighbor was literally cooking. He was smoking at the same time. Like everybody pretty much on the 4 or 5 houses next to me, all barbecue and smoke on the regular. So none of us would give a shit, But I'm like, man, what if I move somewhere and like I've got like some fucking Prius driving
next door to a vegan
neighbor that's like, no offense, but you Prius driving carrot eaters, but
So is it they're trying to pass that shit, or is it like?
Yeah, well, there's stuff. There's restaurant legislation stuff, which is going to really suck because there's so many little hole in the wall barbecue joints that they're not like surrounded by a neighborhood. It shouldn't matter. It's going to fuck them over. But then there's been several cases. I mean, you can see the YouTube videos of it where like some guy will show up to the house. He's like some like environmental air control guy. And he's like, oh, we're getting complaints from your neighbors that your cooking food is going into their backyard.
Too much hot beef smell in the air.
Well, we got that here, mate. We got smoke. I live in a smoke-free place. We're not allowed to smoke at all. Anything.
But
use fire.
Now, how do you like grill? What do you?
You can sort of like grill. You can have barbecues, but you can't use smoked coals. You have to use smokeless stuff. Or
so you can't burn wood.
I use
gas. Does that mean no charcoal?
No, you're not supposed to. I mean, people do, but you're not supposed to.
I'd say fuck
what about
my
your
life.
fireplaces? What do you do? What do you do for the fireplace?
Fireplaces, we have to use smokeless coal. You're not allowed to.
Oh my god!
Or if you can use wood burners, but it has to.
What do chimney sweeps do over there? That's like $1 million a year industry. You guys walk around, you sing songs.
That's how they make their money now on stage. They go on sing songs. I mean, as long as Mary Poppins keeps them happy, they're all right.
Yeah, right.
Well, I've never heard of smokeless coals. I just realized this is.
Yeah, I mean,
well, I saw
smokeless coals mainly for indoors, your house fires, that sort of thing, for keeping warm. For the barbecue, what we've got is like you'd use gas basically.
Yeah,
with the lava coals. Yeah,
sucks, dude.
Can't get no flavor off the gas.
Like Red.
You really can't, dude.
I know.
That one guy is in Austin. That Franklin's guy, whatever, Franklin's barbecue place in Austin.
Yeah, Franklin's.
He's pretty well known. He's got a bunch of YouTube tutorials. Yeah, he was talking about that. I saw some video he was talking about it. And he's pretty much saying, like, you start, you try. He's like they're telling him, like, oh, use this smokeless stuff, use these scrubbers, use all this. He's like, it doesn't work. Like, he goes, it just won't work the same anymore.
Wow.
And because I feel like he's right now.
To quote Sheriff Buford T. Justice, what in the hell is the world coming to?
Right, dude. If it was me though, I get. You know what I would do? I was telling my wife, I was like, dude, I'd just build like a 30-foot stack and just put it on. Ridiculous.
Yeah, but then you'd find out real quick that there's some fucking statute in your fucking city that says you can't have like a smokestack over like 8 feet or some shit.
Well, you know what you're gonna have to do? That you're gonna have to get a house with a chimney, and you're gonna have to somehow pipe it into the chimney. Then you're just like, what? I'm just gonna have a fucking fire going. It'd be high enough then too. I don't think anyone would give a shit.
Yeah, dude, that would suck if like somebody came and was like, "Sir, you have to knock it off with the with the smoke coming out of the backyard."
You know the worst I used to have is my neighbors would know I was smoking, and they'd be like, "You're gonna give me some, right?" I'm like, oh yeah. It's just wafting smoke into your back, like because it would too. The way the wind would blow, it would just pound their backyard with the smell.
Everybody getting butthurt. They're not getting free smoked meat.
That's it. That's all they wanted.
Like, if I ain't getting none, I'm shutting them down.
cut them off a few slices of that brisket, and they're like, "All right, cool."
I think that's law everywhere though. If someone's cooking next door, they got to pass it over the fence.
We've done so much of that too. It's so funny. It's usually over the fence in like a piece of Tupperware.
Yeah.
Here we go, bubs.
Oh,
That's good. A little bit of neighbourly bribery goes a long way.
Well, you know, yeah, people are gonna get some kind of like super creative and just start smoking like in the garage or something.
They're gonna kill themselves then.
No.
Oh, you said bodies.
Yeah, at least they'll die of fucking barbecue asphyxiation. Yeah.
You died of ribs overdose.
Cause I live in like a 2-story place, and so my smoker's down on the bottom level. But if the wind's blowing just right, out here in Long Beach, man, it's like middle of the summer, 10 degrees, so I had the windows open all the time. And like some days if the wind's blowing just right, it goes right into the bedroom, and then I come back up here and I'm like, fuck, it's so barbecue in here, and that shit doesn't leave for like a couple days, man. You know what I mean? Like it gets into the sheets, gets into the fucking closet, and all my clothes smell like barbecue.
Oh, that bitch!
Holy shit! Calm down.
Oh, dude. I've been like, I got my box of Halloween candy. I'm fucking digging through this. Fucking chick ate all
I was about to ask, who is rearranging their fucking silverware drawer?
Bro, she ate all the fucking coffee crisps out of here. Like, oh.
I thought you was dragging a dead body.
What the fuck are coffee crisps?
What? You don't have coffee crisps?
What?
Nope.
Canadian things.
No, fuck no.
Sounds like some leftover stuff.
Oh, dude, it's the best
Ask
chocolate
Mr.
bar you
Fishman.
ever have in your fucking life.
Coffee crisp, aka it's like a fucking what do you call it? A Nutty Buddy or something like that? That's what it looks like. I guess.
No, I think it's like a Skinny Cow. You know those Skinny Cow coffee chocolates? I think it's kind of the same thing. They're awesome.
You dip them in your coffee, man.
Yeah.
That's your penis.
It's the best chocolate bar you ever have.
That's why it's best.
Yeah, sorry. Coffee crisp is not crossover, and damn, Nestle makes it too.
I'm
Wow.
looking it up.
It's the fucking greatest thing ever. I didn't realize they weren't down there.
No, not down here.
What is it?
Coffee Crisp USA.
Just type
Not
in coffee
available.
crisp.
Yeah, I'm googling it now.
Yeah, that's what I said. It looks like a Nutty Buddy or something.
Yeah, it does look like a nutty. It looks exactly like a Nutty Buddy, except I bet there's no peanut butter in it.
Probably not.
I don't even know what the fuck's in these things. All I know is they're the best.
Dang, chocolate bar made in Canada.
All right, going to Amazon to see how much they're probably overcharging.
No, we can't get
Oh
them
yeah,
here.
it does look like a fucking Nutty Buddy or whatever.
Although Skinny Cow has something that's kind of similar, apparently. So, hold on a second. Let me do the little screws and inches in there.
We haven't
Yeah,
got.
if it's a Nestle, why wouldn't it be here too? That's weird.
Yeah. So here. I guess this right here must be like Skinny Cow's version of it. It's called a milk chocolatey coffee bar. So
I don't know.
that's kind of similar, maybe. But the real, I see what you're saying, man. Like, I totally want one of these now.
You got to get that bitch imported.
I should send you guys some.
Oh,
Yeah, you can get them on Amazon. At least here, I can get them 12-pack. I don't know what size the bar is, but they're $18.50.
Oh God!
It's
Do they
fucking
have
delicious.
do they have these at Tim Hortons?
Dude,
Rip
it's
them
my-
fucking carbs.
They're my favorite ones ever. Fucking
Yeah.
like I've been looking forward to this all week because I've been sick. So like when you eat chocolate when you're sick, it just tastes like ass.
Mhm.
And fucking now I'm like feeling good. They're all gone. There was literally one left in that entire fucking box.
She got your ass.
Got him.
I'm like, I feel like I want to get mad right now, but I woke up this morning and she did like all my dishes. So I'm like maybe you can have that one.
Look at this guy, man. He's the international ambassador of Coffee Crisp.
You.
Oh, he's happy. Look at the size of that bar.
Why is he on the map of the United States?
That's my
False
question.
advertising. False advertising.
Mhm.
I will literally mail you guys all coffee crisps.
You know, the only time I ever have those things is when I'm on an airplane.
Dang, they even got little bite ones.
Yeah, that's the ones I'm looking at right now. Or was
Oh, it
trying
says
to.
Nestle Coffee Crisp Bar. It's finally coming to the USA. This was in 2006.
Yeah, but they've had them on airplanes.
Live
I'm
goes
telling you,
from
I've had these on
06.
airplanes forever. Like you get in the airplane, they're like, "Here's your coffee crisp," and then the coffee's so
What?
shit. So you just take the whole coffee crisp in the bag, and you just smash it, you grind it into like a powder. Then you
Dude, I
open it,
never
dump
had those on an
coffee.
airplane. I've fucking
Yeah,
been on
I've had
airplanes this
peanuts.
year.
I've had pretzels.
They do. If you get coffee, they're going to give you those little fucking crackers, and you're just going to turn it into makeshift like coffee creamer because coffee sucks on airplanes. At least ones I fly.
They even, this wouldn't be able to be mailable, but they even make like a chocolate milk that's flavored like coffee crisp.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw the
Damn.
bottle.
And it's-
Everybody's addicted over there.
oh, dude, you'll gain like 5 pounds drinking one of those. But fuck,
I
it's
know.
worth it.
I was looking at the bar. It's like 34 grams of carbs for one fucking bar. I'm like, oh, rip that.
Fucking hell. I mean, my teeth hurt just looking at the pictures.
You still doing ketogenic, Neil?
That's
Yep.
what I think.
I need to get back on it. I kind of stopped it. I'm at like 161, and I kind of started eating carbs and drinking carbs again, like I'm drinking this cider. But I've kind of stayed right here. I need to go ahead and peel off the last 6 or 7 pounds I want to lose. Get back on ketogenic. But man, dude, it makes your poo poo different when you eat that like that all the time. Yeah, man, it's like a different kind of poo poo experience.
Yeah, I don't poop as much either. I poop like maybe once or every other or every 3 days. That's weird.
Yeah.
You'd figure all that meat you eating.
I wonder.
I don't even fart anymore. Farts are non-existent.
Huh.
It's so weird right now on Google
That's a
Maps.
life that I don't want to live.
Oh, it's good, dude. I feel fucking great. I'm down to fucking 215. I haven't been this light in a while.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
You can tell.
disgusting.
You can tell just looking at your face, you've lost a whole bunch, man.
What
I
was
wonder
your
if
weight
this
when
is
you
a.
started?
Yeah, I've put on about 15 pounds since SCMM.
There you go. That's good for you, man.
I'm bulking. I'm bulking.
What was your weight when you started, Neil?
What's that?
What was your weight when you started?
When I started keto I was right around like 248, 250, and that was about 8 weeks ago.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's gone
It
down a
works,
lot.
dude. I'm
Yeah,
telling
it
you.
literally works, and I feel fucking like better than I ever felt. Even my other foot that I still need surgery on, like virtually pain free now. My lower back, no fucking pain or inflammation. Like
Mhm.
all the stuff I was fucking hurting me, like went
Yeah.
away. So,
All the sugar, all that glucose, man, it causes inflammation. So if you
Yeah.
have anything that's prone to inflammation, if you've got tons of carbs and sugar in your system, it's going to hurt worse.
Fuck, I like fucking carbs and sugar though.
I know,
I do too.
me too. I
But I'm
miss
telling
beer
you,
and rice. I miss rice the most because it's like so
Mhm.
versatile. For cooking.
yeah, potatoes. When I'm on when I'm eating ketogenically, man, potatoes are the main thing I miss.
Yeah, bread.
Damn, you
Bread
can't
and pasta are my killer.
Fuck. See, that's why. Okay, yeah, that's why I haven't started that shit. Like the meat part, cool. You know, I can go out there, throw some shit in the smoke, it'd be fucking great. But it's all that other shit y'all keep talking about that I can't eat. Like,
Yeah, barbecue sauces have tons
Yeah,
of sugar.
no, you got to get dry rub on all your barbecue. Yeah,
Although I found a sugar-free barbecue that's pretty good. It's only got 2 grams, so I've been using that.
Got that
And then,
cancer-causing sugar in it.
you can
though.
get those shirataki noodles, which pretty much replace most regular noodles, and they have like 0 carbs for like a whole serving.
Oh, you know another thing that I've been doing when I go onto a ketogenic cycle, Neil, is I've been making almond flour bread. Like if you like almond flour drop biscuits, man, it's real low carb and it kind of satisfied your craving for bread, but you're not getting all that flour and stuff.
Yeah, I make these like cheddar biscuits, and I made like sliders with them. Those are fire, and that's like eggs and cheese and like a little bit of almond flour, so it's like 1 carb per fucking
eggs,
or
cheese,
something.
almond flours, and heavy cream. I think is what it was.
wait, so you can still have cheese?
Oh, lots of cheese.
all the fucking cheese. It's
No.
encouraged.
Cheese,
Without
fact-
fish.
devil's food.
In fact, if you do 2 or 3 months of the ketogenic diet, you're going to know every cheese that's ever been made to mankind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You do that. There's that fathead
Golden.
pizza dough that we've been doing for pizzas, and that turns out really fucking good. Like I've been thinking about
with
making
almond flour.
garlic bread with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
That turns out fucking bomb.
I'm just going to eat dust.
See, I would have to like. I don't know, man. If I ever started that shit, I'd have to strategically plan that shit out. You know what I mean? Like I would have to like buy whatever I would need for like a month or something.
Yeah.
That way I'm not
You
tempted.
really
Like,
at least have to do. You have to plan at least like a week ahead. It's not so bad now, just because I'm so used to cooking like it. Like it's just
Yeah.
now
Takes
it's just
planning.
normal. But in the beginning, you want to make sure everything's ready, because if you run into a situation where you don't have stuff for a meal, you're just gonna be like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna eat this fucking."
Yeah.
I'll make some spaghetti or something. It's gonna be fucking easy.
We have a chicken pot pie tonight. Hello, Swansons.
That's basically what I've been doing for a month now.
Yeah, that'll get you.
I'll be going, fuck it.
Yeah, I've been introducing carbs back in a little bit, but I've been still like the way I am right now. If I want to have something with carbs, as long as it's not something too bad, I'll have it. Like I'm having some of this homebrew cider I made. But generally speaking, still during the day, you know, I still will do some intermittent fasting, and I still am staying real low carb on what I eat. So that's why I haven't gained anything back. I've stayed right where I was when I went off of strict keto. But I'll go back on it and drop this last 5 or 6 pounds.
I started doing the intermittent fasting like 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
now
Intermittent fasting, man, that supercharges your keto diet. So here's what I was doing when I had the biggest loss, when I had like the 15-pound drop. That was when I would eat keto one day, and then the next day, nothing. Complete fasting day. And then the next day after that, keto, day after that, fast, and then a couple of 2 to 3 days of keto to kind of get, you know, so I'm not starving myself every other day. But man, it works good. It works.
Man, y'all talking about like sacrifice, dedication. I don't have none of that, man.
It's not hard once you start doing it, you'll be like, you won't be as hungry nearly as much.
Yeah, once you chop your arms off, you don't notice that you're missing.
Right?
No, but it's for real. Like your appetite goes way
It's for
down.
real,
Like
dude.
you
It's
eat
just
way less,
warm.
and then you're way fuller.
It's your blood sugar cycling up and down that gives you those real bad cravings where you have to have something to eat. Once you get on a ketogenic type of eating or an Atkins style, Atkins especially, Atkins will kill your appetite.
Yeah. That's what I did when I was ill. It was basically Atkins, 0 carbs. And then after a while, you just don't want to eat. You don't feel like eating.
Right.
You know what I mean? You eat when you're supposed to eat. You don't get cravings or anything.
Yeah.
But the problem is, as soon as you go back and you taste what food's supposed to taste like, you're in picture. I was okay when I was in the States, because once I said I don't like cheese, all I was left with was coffee. So,
that is true. Everything comes with cheese out here, dude.
And ranch.
And ranch, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. First time I heard somebody talk about eating fucking chicken wings, or like, with fucking ranch, I was like, what? And then I tried it. I was like, yeah, that's pretty dope, dude. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of nice.
Dude, I'm all about chicken wings and blue cheese. I fucking love the blue cheese. That shit's bomb. That's one. Well, I'm good on the chicken wings.
I love the lemon pepper dry rub wings from the Pizza Hut wing place. You guys ever had that?
Oh, Wingstop? Not Wingstop. No, it's
not Wingstop. No, not Wingstop.
Wing Street.
Wing Street. That's it. Yeah.
Lemon
oh my God, those are good wings, man.
Just up from Sesame. Yeah, that sunk in a bit slow there.
We're back on the Sesame Street references.
Wait, didn't you say you can't have like fried chicken on keto?
Yeah, you can if you take the
breading. Yeah, if it's like naked fried chicken, like naked,
just some salt and pepper and this.
Yeah. It's with all the breading and stuff and all the carbs.
Yeah.
Although I found that you can use pork rinds and grind them up and use them as breading.
Yeah.
It tastes fucking identical, but
it works pretty darn good.
Yeah, I do that with like chicken.
Yeah, I've got to get back into my routine. Once I get the barbecue out in the garden, now I've moved, I've got to set up the barbecue again. Because I found when I barbecued the chicken, I could eat a lot more of it than when it's done in a pan on the cooker.
It's so much better.
Yeah, because I'd put chili on it and olive oil and that and just fry it on the barbie. And then I could slice it and take it to work in a cooler. But now, as I say, because I've been moving, I've fucked it all up. It's whatever's on the shelf in the supermarket is in my pockets. I mean, anything. It's ridiculous. And it's become to the point where I've been addicted to chocolate biscuits, like I'm pregnant. I think I might actually be pregnant.
What are chocolate biscuits?
Like, Oh, your biscuits are different to mine, aren't they?
Yeah.
Cookies.
Like a sweet
chocolate cookies.
Yeah, like a cookie.
Oh, gotcha.
But like chocolate tops, the whole topping's chocolate, like a digestive. And it's just they come out with these things called thins. So they're really thin, basically. It's in the title. And you can just put one in your mouth and they just dissolve. And I've been addicted to the thing. I swear they must have crack in them or something.
Oh man, that sounds bad.
I'm doing a box a day. And I keep saying, yeah, I'll start the diet tomorrow. I'm still training, but I need to get back onto the food because it tastes too nice. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get back to bland food.
Well, that's what's nice about the keto. Everything's like savory, like bacon and fucking everything's good. It's just
Bacon's a savior for me. Smoked bacon is a savior. I mean,
wait. Let me ask you this: would you rather have like bacon, or would you rather have like from the grocery store? Would you rather have like the big fat cut from like the pork belly? I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, I haven't ever cooked pork belly. I've had it before, and it's fucking like just massive, awesome bacon. But I've been meaning to get some and then try it. Like, I don't know. Can you like smoke that? Like, I don't know. I never cooked one.
Yeah, you can smoke pork belly, man. I know Malcolm Reed on YouTube did a real good thing, making kind of like some burn ends out of like pork belly. But just watching the video, I swear, dude, like I gained about 3 pounds just watching the video. Cause he what did he do? I think he like cut it up into cubes, and then he put some kind of contraption with like a bunch of butter and then like brown sugar, and then let it smoke, and then let that all marinate. Like it was crazy what he did, but man, it looked delicious, dude. But yeah, pork belly is, man, it's just great. It's just expensive. That's the only problem.
I seen it at Costco. They got big old packs for like $24.
Yeah,
and it's like a big motherfucker. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll get some and try it.
It's just bacon, dude. That's all it is. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like because I remember when I was in Japan, like I would always wonder why Japanese bacon would never curl, right? Like you could never get it crispy. And then come to find out, they just cut from like, you know, a not so fatty part of the pork belly, and that's why the shit would never curl.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so you can get definitely a bet. I don't know, man. It's really good, but you know the price is kind of high though.
Yeah, I might have to try it sometime.
Let's go to the beach.
What now?
Down.
Right now.
All right, cool. I can be there in about 10 minutes.
13 hours.
Anybody else close to? No, nobody else close to.
You don't want to come to the beach here, then, Jake?
Yeah, it's probably cold, right?
It's nice and icy.
No.
Yeah.
Where do you live at?
Make you look manly.
He lives in the other part of Texas.
I don't know. Mr. Spicy says it's not been that bad where he's at, but he doesn't even have. They don't have real beach there. The beach is made of rocks and pebbles. Like, what the fuck kind of beach is that?
He lives on an island like Alcatraz.
Pretty much.
Yeah, they got stones down there. I think it's. Yeah, I've been down there. Yeah, it's a stony beach.
Yeah, well, that's like an artificial one then, where they've tried to rebuild it. Is what it is.
It's I call it a new beach. It hasn't quite reached sand level yet, or it hasn't evolved. We got quite a few of those. I mean, it is fun because you can throw.
Yeah, except how do you build sandcastles? You bury people in the rocks. What do you do?
Yeah, or you just spend your time knocking children out with big rocks.
Bet I can hit this one on the movie watch.
Bikini playing volleyball.
Score points for knocking children off the pier. It's all good fun. Our beaches are horrible when they're like that. We have got sandy beaches as well. Cornwall, down in Cornwall, is probably our best beaches. They're fantastic. But on a nice day, which is, I think it's a Tuesday afternoon, somewhere around June or July, you might get one. But I prefer the coast over here in winter because it's not full of fucking idiots. As soon as the sun comes out over here, the whole of London just goes down like the wildebeest, fucking a exodus to the beach. And it can take, if you're driving a car, it'd take you sometimes 4 hours to get 30 miles down to the coast.
Jeez.
And then 4 hours to get back, just to spend 20 minutes on a beach full of rocks eating shitty food. And the whole of London does it. I don't know.
Oh God.
Golly. Y'all's traffic is insane over there. I mean, I'll talk to Spicy about it all the time, and he'll explain like how far away something is. Like literally, like from where he is to London is the same from where I am to downtown Dallas, and I'll go there on a fucking whim. Like,
Yeah.
if traffic's bad. Like I was telling him, dude, if traffic's bad, it might take me like an hour to get into Dallas, and he's
Yeah.
talking to me about like 4 hours on bad traffic times to get into London.
Oh, it's
Yeah, but
fucking horrendous. It's
Yeah, but
horrendous.
you're talking like but you're talking like an hour if some truck is overturned on the freeway.
No, I mean if it was
No.
rush hour,
rush
hour,
hour.
it would take an hour.
I mean, if I drive the car from where I live, I work 5 miles away from where I live. If I drive in rush hour, it'd take me an hour to get to work.
You can walk there.
Yeah, I can walk in an hour and I can drive in an hour.
Wait,
Yeah,
where
so
are
like-
you located there, Fish? I'm actually looking at map.
Oh, I saw something so interesting the other day, Mr. Fish, about where it's like a bunch of companies, like I guess a bunch of people get their metals from basically China,
Yeah.
and like even if you're like, let's say like it's forged or it's like final processing is done in Japan or whatever, like a lot of people are getting this like metal from there and some other places, and there's a whole shit ton of it that just ended up they found out for like they've gone back like 10 years. They're like, yeah, that fucking
Oh yeah, they were lying about the quality.
Yeah, the quality's
the name of
all
that? It's something steel. I forgot the name of that.
but it affects more than steel. It affects all kinds of alloys. And
No,
things.
no. The name of the company is something steel.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying
Yeah.
they don't just. I'm saying they don't just produce
Lexington.
steel. But anyway, the point is the because Mr. Fish, it was weird because the frame on you had that basically my bike. You had like a version of the FZ07 that
Yeah.
and the steel parts weren't the problem. It was the aluminum bits, right? That were just
Yeah, the engine casing and brakes.
yeah. And first thing I started thinking about, I was like, oh, I wonder if it's a batch from that, like just that
Yeah,
shit.
maybe. It was awful. They actually sent me a reminder today. The actual shop sent me a reminder that I needed to take it in for a service. That's how good they are. I haven't had it since March.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they want me to do a survey on how good the service is. Yeah, their shop for Yamaha. So that's going to be interesting.
Where would you like to come in and shoot this commercial? I fucking
Yeah,
would.
Yamaha.
Yeah,
sent
but I
me
mean,
a
it's not the
question
local
there.
shop's fault. They're just.
No, it is. No, the problem was with the shop is I wanted to sell it back to them, and the guy said, I don't want it. And I said,
Well, yeah, like at that point, I think you got to get Yamaha to buy it back.
yeah, and they wouldn't go down there.
But
And because I offered to buy the new MT09 or the FZ09, you call it.
Mhm.
And I said, oh, I'll do a deal on the FZ. I understand that I've lost the tax on the bike. You know what I mean? As soon as I walked out the door. So I'll take that as a hit. And bear in mind, all the parts have been replaced. So it's basically brand new. And he said, yeah, okay, I'll do a deal on that. And he gave me the price. And I said, but you haven't done a deal on the FZ09. He said, I'm not taking any money off. And I went,
Dang.
what? He said, I'm not taking any money off. He said, take it or leave it. I don't want your bike. I said, well, you sold me the bike brand new 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Yeah, but I don't want it. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay. So he didn't get it. And now I've moved closer to that shop. I can actually walk to that shop now. So I make sure I rev my Africa Twin when I go past it. Make sure, so he knows.
oh, they're just a Yamaha only shop.
Yeah, and I know 2 of my friends have bought R1s off a different dealer because of that. So I'm lucky, as I say.
Wow.
It's a shame because, as I say, it's only down the road. And if it had been a nice guy, then it would have helped me out. I mean, now I've got to go further afield for my bikes.
I've ridden mine in some nasty stuff and let it sit dirty for like weeks, and I almost kind of doing it like as a test. I finally went and cleaned it the other day.
But do you have
those
the
yellow
salt-
rims?
salt
Those
there, Jake?
fucking yellow rims, though, dude. I can clean the whole bike in 10 minutes, 30 minutes to clean the fucking wheels.
Yeah. But do you have salt there on the road? 'Cause it's the salt
No,
that-
they don't do salt over here.
So it's the
Did you
salt
say
that killed it.
Mm.
What?
Is it sand or no?
They put a little bit of sand down if it gets shitty. What they do here,
All the salt and sand.
they'll wait till it actually like freezes up and becomes ice on the road, and they'll go and they'll sprinkle a little sand on top of it to give you grip. And it's kind of like it's kind of like an insult, It's like we're paying these people taxes to do something. It's all like that's what you did. You put a little bit of fucking sand down. You might as well just not do anything at all.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds about right. They're idiot. I'll tell you how dumb they are here, right? We've got the salt store for the winter, and they keep the trucks in a different place. So when it snows, they can't get to the school.
Are you serious? Oh,
I'm serious. It's been a couple of years, but the roads haven't been sorted because the trucks can't get to the school.
That's so great.
It's because the weathermen got it wrong. They didn't give them enough warning, so they didn't get it all prepared.
Oh, fuck. Why can't they just leave some salt in there at the place? Just at least enough to get it from the place to the facility.
Because of job cuts, so they cut the people that think first. They just leave that, I'll do that. And the people with the brains are sacked. They're fired.
Wow.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The problem is because we have so much mediocre weather here, they can't prepare for anything because it's all mediocre. It's nothing extreme. So anything above the norm, panic mode. You know what I mean? The world shuts down. The world's about to end. I mean, what we call hurricanes and things compared to what I call hurricanes are completely different. I mean, we might lose a garden fence, or a chair might blow over in the garden. It's like a national disaster. We're holding concerts to help people.
Oh, that's funny.
It's ridiculous.
Same thing here when it rains, man. It's like, holy shit, nobody knows how to drive in it. And it's like, I mean, and that's the thing. It doesn't even have to be like a heavy rain. You know what I mean? It could just be a nice little rain, you know, where you just got to put a little extra oomph in your step not to get so wet leaving the car to go to the building, right? And out here, when it's raining like that, man, like the freeway just shuts down to 20, 30 miles an hour just because people don't.
Dude, I saw it. I saw it in San Diego.
Yeah.
I was out there helping my brother move last December. And I get down there for like 2 days or something. I was there helping him pack up and move. It started pouring, and like him and what's his name lives out there too. You know, he was telling me, he's like, dude, it doesn't do this out here. This is crazy. And he's kind of like in that valley area or whatever they call it out there. So it's like everything just tunnels through. Like it was raining hard, but the water in the streets was insane. But you could just tell. It was the weirdest thing. You could tell so much that it never rains out there, because the water for like the entire time, like it looks like this for a little bit when it first starts, if it's been a while, where it's got that rainbowy color to it.
Right,
all that oil.
Yeah.
You could just see just how much oil was in that water. It was just like it would look over at it. It looked like a fucking rainbow going down the street. I was like, this is such a California fucking thing. You got fucking, you got homo water going down the drain pipes here. I don't know what to make of this shit.
Right.
But,
and then a lot of people out here don't have like really, really good tires either. You know, their tires are like,
oh, dude, yeah.
Get out.
They had to, before we could leave, as soon as we hit the highway, because it was raining, they had to make an appointment up the street and get tires for their car. So we're just like, yeah, these tires are kind of shit, but they'll make it home. And they end up in a little bit of rain. They're like, oh, fuck. The worst tires ever. But,
everyone seems to forget that their cars are waterproof. That's what I don't get. We get it here. They slow down. They reduce their speed by half for rain, and it's like it's exactly the same. Your car's still waterproof. The tires.
Yeah. Well, it was like
it's not as if they were doing 100 miles an hour in the first place. They were doing 30.
Well, hey, what about this on the other end of things? What about when it snows and the guy in the 4x4 goes flying past you because he's like, I have all-wheel drive, and you're like, we all have all-wheel brakes, guy. He can't stop any faster than the rest of us.
Yeah, then you see him in the ditch about a mile later.
You're like,
literally, see a bit.
Me and the wife one time, we literally got passed by a guy, and with a minute or two later, we come around the corner and he's off in the ditch, and it was the great. You just want to get out and laugh at him. You're so happy. Tim's looking at this.
My favorite with the snow is all those flash fuckers over here that have the BMWs and the Mercedes. They can't drive it in the snow. They're all going backwards into bushes, into lampposts. But my shitty little car just keeps going. Do you want to lift, bitch?
Yeah, I'm looking at my next bike.
No, I'm tempted. I'm really tempted.
Yeah, this one's gonna happen, man.
It's nice.
Oh, this is the 900.
This is the 900 RS.
I like that. I like it.
It's sweet, isn't it?
Everything's digital.
A page from the
Except for the
Yamaha.
except for the part
doing it really nice. They did
well,
it really
see,
good.
but here's what they did. They gave you all the digital stuff that you want, but at the same time, they kept those analog.
Yeah.
Honda has that one bike that does that same thing to
CB1100 RS.
Yeah, the CB1100. So if you've ever ridden one of those CB1100s, fuck, they're a nice bike, man.
Oh
So
my
smooth,
god!
Like
really
really good engine on that thing. Really like it because on this like that right there, it definitely looks retro, but not as much. Like the CB is still
Well,
like
CB's still air cooled, isn't it?
Mhm.
but it's fuel injected. Like it doesn't. I don't know. It feels modern, but not at the same time. It's a cool bike.
Yeah,
Dang,
I'm
those
tempted
look
with that
sweet.
one. Tim. Did you see that one I put on Instagram for you, Tim? The matte green one.
Yes.
That's the colours it's coming out over here. That colour on the screen there, black
Yeah.
in the background, and the matte
Yeah.
green.
This one over here.
Oh, they're not doing the green and white one?
No, they're doing the matte green.
Oh man, I like the green and white one.
Yeah, I like the green and white one. I thought they was going to do a two-tone, as I said to Tim the other night, a two-tone green, like the lime green inserts on the sort of like racing green.
Some classic Kawasaki shit.
Yeah. I mean, but we'll have to wait. We've got a motorcycle show. I don't know if I'm going to get to it in the next, when's that? Next couple of weeks, if I can get up there. It's up north. I don't really travel up there because they're all weird. So
Ours too.
We got
Well,
the
see, they got
same
the,
problem.
The Yamaha T7. It looks like that's going to be a reality now. The Tanner 700.
yeah, that's with the same engine, isn't it? The MT-07 engine. Or the
Tanner?
MT-07.
Oh, that. Okay, it's funny because
Yes.
I work for a Yamaha dealer, but don't really know shit. About
Yeah, the Tenere.
I know R6. I know R6, R1, a couple YZs in there. That's about it.
T-Max. That's what you want.
Do you work at a
FC10,
Yamaha dealer now?
FC10.
Yeah.
Switch jobs?
T7. Wow, look at that thing. It looks like some fucking 80s fucking cyberpunk fucking off-road.
That thing a wheelie though.
Yeah, it looks like a beast. It looks
Yeah.
fucking good though.
Yeah, I think it would be all about like taking that front end off and putting like a normal dirt bike front end on it. But it's like
Yeah,
my
it's
two
got-
bikes put together. It's like a dirt bike with the FC07 motor. It's gonna be
Yeah.
it's gonna be a
Surprised They
great
got
bike.
that weird like low sport fairing on it. But if it's
Yeah,
gonna be like
well, I
off-road,
think I mean part of it too. I know they got the exhaust. I don't know why they didn't try to side wrap it up the side, but it's like they still run an exhaust under it, so it's got this huge skid plate. Which
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
at least they did that. I mean, like half the adventure bikes, like the BMWs and all these other things that cost fucking $25,000-$30,000, and they're just like, yep, don't fucking run into a log with it because you'll smash the fucking headers on it.
yeah.
Like at least Yamaha put a big fucking metal fucking plate over it.
Yeah, it looks weird,
yeah.
but cool though.
It looks like the old BMW. What's the one they come out with? The H2 or the something 2?
That's like a parallel twin thing, isn't it? Yeah.
No, they did one with the
They do. No, it's the
fast one
650
about
thing?
10 years ago.
The one with the 650 in it. It's like a
No,
single.
no. I'm gonna have to Google it now. I saw it when I was out with Spicy last time. They had one. It was still for £18,000, and it was about 7 years old.
I've almost said his real name like 10 times talking about him.
I know. you gotta be.
Is that a
You
bad
gotta think about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, shit.
I'm trying to Google it now, but it's hard to Google something when you don't know the name of it.
Go to Wikipedia and maybe go to like the models or whatever. I've done that. If you know like what it is.
Right, let's try that one. I'll get there in the
I
end.
can't wait till you're able
How long
to
till I-
search for something just by giving it like clues and shit. Like it's and it's like it's round and it's like it bounces, but it's
got
like
two
it's not
wheels.
like basketball, right? And it's like, do you mean this? Like, fuck yes, thank you.
I think it's got chain drive. Like, oh, that narrows it down. I will say that when I was working at that Yamaha Honda dealer, these people would come in and like you got the African Twin and the Tanner, the 1200 Tanner. And in my head, I'm always like, the African Twin's way cooler. But they would get talking to them and they'd be like, everything they describe, I'd be like, just get the Tanner for fuck's sakes. Like they want to do like 99% fucking street riding and blah, 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 blah. Like you got cruise control, you got shaft drive. Just get the fucking Tanner. If you're going to actually be a badass, get the African Twin.
Got it. It's the BMW HP2 with the Boxer engine.
What?
Ooh.
BMW
Now you're good.
HP2. Hell, HP2. Oh. Huh? Looks like a fast dirt bike.
Yeah,
It looks like the front end is
it's mad.
very pointed.
It
Right.
looks like something that an Imperial Stormtrooper would ride in in
Flying.
Forest
You know
of
what it kind
Endor.
of reminds me of? No, Tim, you know what it reminds me of? What was that? Was it Night Ride or Night Heart? What was that show?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
Nighthawk.
about. That '80s motorcycle movie.
Yeah,
Night,
we-
Nighthawk, something Hawk, Street
Yeah,
Hawk.
Nighthawk. Street Hawk is Street Hawk. It's definitely
Street
Street Hawk.
Street
Yeah.
Hawk.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Street Hawk a little bit.
Yeah.
Fuck, I love Street Hawk, dude. I mean, it's so bad. That's why you gotta like it. It's bad. It's so bad.
Oh yeah. I watched Pueblo Sin Suerte this weekend.
Yeah, go look at the images of Street Hawk. Actually, I looked it up one time. I think this thing is built off of a Honda. I want to say it's an old Honda, and people will buy those fucking things and like make these parts out of fucking fiberglass, and they'll fucking build their own.
Oh God, look at that. Wait, who's the host?
I don't know. It was like a knockoff. This was a knockoff
Night Rider or
Night
something?
Rider for motorcycles, and it was just
Street Hawk? Yeah, I don't. But that is funny that you remember the front like that. That is kind of funny.
yeah, it's got that woo, big old front. I swear, if you look closely, it looks like they wanted the forks to be like really long. I think they just like removed like the lower triple. It doesn't make sense, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a few scenes in that show too where they jump that thing for fucking. They do a big jump on it. God, they'll show it in slow motion. That thing flexes. That whole front end flexes so much.
It looked
And then
like
the whole-
Yamaha wheels.
It might be a Yamaha. I was gonna say if it's not a Honda, it might have been a Yamaha.
Yeah.
You
looked
look it
like
up. It's
RD wheels.
it's a known bike, whatever it is. But there are also scenes in that show, if you like watch slow motion, where they'll be doing something like a big jump with it or something crazy, and you stop, you look at it, wait a minute, that's a different bike. They just put the same bodywork on it. It's like suddenly it's a dirt bike. But the intro of the show or something, it's like it's capable of over 200 miles an hour, extreme off-road conditions, like all these things. Oh, it's awesome.
They reckon it was a Honda XL500.
Honda XL500.
Oh God, I'm scrolling through some stuff on here and people.
XR500.
You know how you can like the people like I guess if you got Grand Theft Auto on the PC, you can like get all these things and put different vehicles in it, right?
Yeah.
You know they've got
All them
Street Hawk in
mods.
there, fucking Street Hawk and Grand Theft Auto. It's enough to make me want to get like a gaming PC, get Grand Theft Auto just to get these stupid bikes in it. Somebody made my bike in that game. I've seen people have sent me clips of it. It's like my my WR450, like they're all graphicked up and do a supermoto. Like that's so cool.
Yeah, man. That's what
I'm
happens
sure
on
they did like,
PC.
a card and change the skin on it, but still, it's so awesome. I'm trying to find it. I got photos of that somewhere. Here it is. I found some replicas of it. The funny thing is, even if you botch this replica, it doesn't matter. It's still a fucking shitty looking bike, so you're all good.
Do you imagine though? You were going out with your friend. You said we'll meet up for a ride, and he turns up on that bike.
I would be so happy, but I get it. I think there'd be most people would be like, "Wait, what? What is it?"
It actually looks like it was made in a shed.
I gotta imagine their budget must have just been fucking like
$2.
something.
It's like something that they make on a children's TV program out of old cartons.
Oh man,
Today, children, we're going to build a bike. Go to your cupboard.
It's so
open the
funny
cupboard.
though. They will. It's like Hollywood does some funny shit when they're shady and they don't have money. If you go watch like the old original Star Trek, there's people have called it out. There's different sets that are from other shows, and they had to write episodes around those sets because they were able to use them for free, like they were leftovers. Because there's like one where they go to some planet and it's like Nazis are on it.
That's actually a good episode.
You know that one? Yeah, but if you look at some of that stuff that's sets and costumes that they like had available to them for free, so they're like, "Well, just write an episode around that because we already have that."
But that episode's called Patterns of Force, by the way.
Okay.
It has a good message to it. So if they were able to get,
They always got good messages.
Yeah.
You got to give them props because God, they didn't have money. Even when you watch the old, and Neil, you remember the old, if you watch Next Generation, if you go ham and watch it season to season, the first few seasons are like You can tell they're never even outside. Like all the plants they go on are like in a weird indoor
Yeah,
studio.
you can tell it's still indoor studio.
They all look so bad. Fucking just the worst shit ever.
Okay, what's everybody's favorite? Well, this may be the wrong crowd to ask the question. What's your favorite episode of TOS?
What that was TLS?
The original series, Star Trek.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. So.
Yeah, I can't watch that.
Star Wars, baby. Yeah.
I like the one where they reused the old pilot that never made air, and they like somehow worked it into an episode.
Yeah, Christopher Pike.
Yeah, that was like
The Cage.
Because I've actually seen. I don't know if you've seen it. It's actually available like on Netflix.
Yeah,
you can
I have
watch
it.
the old pilot. They have that the one that never aired.
Yeah, I have it. I own it.
Yeah. Then they reworked it into an episode and did it really cleverly, so they could reuse that.
Yeah, and it also made a pretty darn good episode. But I'll tell you this: I don't have anything else Star Trek in my actual physical collection of stuff, except I have all 3 box sets of the original series with all the extras, the pilot, and all that stuff.
Neil, what's your favorite Next Generation episode?
There's so many.
Sins of the Father is one I go to.
It's
a very
hard.
Klingon episode for you.
Yeah, it's hard for me to just like recall one and be like, that's the jam.
Was the other one too? The one that's Tomorrow's Enterprise. Fuck, that's a good one. That's the one where they like go into like a different world where it's like they're in a war.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Apparently, that one was written by a fucking just a guy that worked on set. He was like some super fan, and he was like, "Hey, can I write an episode?" And they're like, "Yeah, go for it. If it's good, we'll use it." And it was like one of the best episodes they ever got.
That is awesome.
Doesn't say much about their script writers, does it? Get the guy. Oh, you'll do. Write something. Okay. Best episode ever.
I love it when they pull some shit off. You hear there's stuff. There's weird incidents that like in bands and stuff where they're like a roadie will help them write a song or something. Like one of their fucking people that hauls gears. It's like the best songs ever.
Yeah. I
Shit
wrote
like that
Bohemian
happens, man.
Rhapsody. No one knows that.
What?
I wrote Bohemian Rhapsody. No,
I knew it. There's that one line in there. It's totally you.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I knew it.
I've got many more hits under my belt.
I used to do this thing all the time. It would drive my wife nuts. Like some really popular song would be on the radio, and I'd be like, "I wrote this." Shut the fuck up. I'd be like, "No, I did. I wrote this." Yeah. I just didn't tell anyone.
I used to play drums for Frank Sinatra. Not that people know that.
Jake sounds like we need to be running on 3 hours of sleep, rebuilding.
All right, I'm probably gonna wrap this one up, guys. I got a few things to do before I go to bed. So thanks for
5-minute warning.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks for the invite, man.
You bet.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks for the invite.
Yep.
Shout out
See you
to our
next Monday,
sponsor,
hopefully.
Murphy's Meth.
Yep. Yeah. Good night, guys.
Take it easy.
Hey, did you guys know that the first what was it, Back to the Future? Like the first not half, but a good portion of that movie was shot with a different Marty McFly.
Yeah, that one guy. What's his name? He's a real well-known actor. It just wasn't working out. Yeah.
The Rock did it.
The Rock. Yeah, it was Dwayne Johnson.
Tyrese was
Yeah.
good about it.
God, he
Tim
would be.
Kazurinsky.
Oh,
Do what?
love it.
I said Tim Kazurinsky. Nobody knows who that is, so never mind.
Is that the guy that played him?
No.
No, who's the guy though? He is a known actor. The guy that he's well-known actor that
Who
played him. They said he just sucked out at her. Or didn't suck. I just wasn't.
Yeah, it just something, and then
Oh yeah, I know all about that.
yeah, like Michael J. Fox was all young and was like,
Well, he was doing that other
he was
show, and there
young.
was a conflict. They wanted him to do it originally, but he couldn't because of his show. And then what they did, so he could do it, it was something weird. Like he shot the one show during the day and did the movie at night, or something fucking weird like that. Then they would switch back and forth. I imagine he must have just been.
Eric Stoltz.
Right.
It was Eric Stoltz, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But you know the weird thing about that film is I wrote the second half of that film.
I could tell.
Yeah, but it was funny. I forgot how many. I think they did like 2 weeks of shooting.
I think it's
with
more
that
than I think
dude.
it was several weeks worth.
Yeah, I mean, you can actually Google footage of him playing.
I've seen all seen all these compilations about when they'll show the scenes back to back. One guy was watching that. Fuck, now I feel like a weirdo for knowing this much about it and bringing it up and thinking about it. I kind of know a bit about this, but yeah, they said they show one scene and you can see the guy. What's his name? The guy who plays Biff. You can tell he's lost weight between the two scenes. They said like several weeks had gone by and they'd been shooting so much. It's like he's in worse health. You can tell, like, it's not like a healthy, like I lost weight. It's like I've been working too many hours, lost weight for shooting all this shit. But yeah, some fucking crazy shit with that stuff.
Sure.
That was like my favorite movie growing up, though. I think that's why I know about it.
Wait, did you have it on VHS?
I did have it on VHS. And then I had a, like, we never got married to my aunt. He was dating her for a while. I called him an uncle that had it on the laser disc thing.
Ooh.
I thought that was so cool.
Analog laser disc.
Go in there and watch it on the laser disc because it was like, fuck, that was good quality back in the day.
Yeah,
I'll tell you the main thing about analog laser disc was the sound was phenomenal.
Dude, he had a big surround sound system too, man.
Yeah.
I'd go over there and watch it. And it also had like just like some kind of director's cut.
They used to call it quadraphonic back then. It was quadraphonic sound.
He'd get me like a fucking bowl of popcorn and some shit. We watched that. We watched Top Gun on that thing. Holy shit, that was great.
Did you have to flip the disc like halfway through the movie or no?
Well, some of them you had two discs that were the size of an LP to watch one 90-minute movie.
Something like that. I want to say his had like some kind of crazy fucking auto change. Like I think it stored a few inside of it and fucking ridiculous thing. This guy had a lot of cool stuff. He had a Porsche. Like he had some money. It turns out he was selling drugs. That's why they broke up.
The money.
Yeah, he was selling coke, I believe.
Buy this coke. I need more analog laser discs.
Yeah. Hey, I loved it, dude. Yeah, it was totally something a coke dealer. Like it fucking Porsche, fucking laser disc. The whole.
Wait, what color was the Porsche? Was it yellow?
I was red.
Red. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
The sad thing
Probably
was
probably a 944 or a 924.
Yeah, the 924s. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he got arrested before Back to the Future 3. It was really sad. Never got to finish.
Yeah.
They go to the West. It's kind of cool. I feel like the third one's really underrated. I love the third one. Man, went a different direction. You can't just keep going to the fucking high school dance every fucking movie. You got to do something else. I like where they went with it. It's cool.
Yeah, and they had the
I mean, the only thing that would be cool
on
is
the
if they went to
tires.
like the Roman times, but that would just been too much.
Wait, didn't they pull the motor for the third one or something like that?
The motor wasn't going to work. They had to boost the train to get it up to speed.
Right, because I just remember the front end being like all super high and stuff, and
They put the weird wheels on it so they could get it on the track.
oh, that's right.
Bro,
Yeah.
I don't know. It was alright, man. It was alright.
They don't got shit on time travel compared to Bill and Ted.
Hey, dude, Bill and Ted is a ridiculous fucking set of movies. I do love them. I like when they fucking play the devil in particular. They play them all those games to get out of hell.
I
Or
actually
it's the
saw the
Grim
first.
Reaper they play, right?
Yeah, I saw
God,
the
that's
first
cool.
Bill and Ted when I was in Canada. That's where I saw it in the cinema in Canada.